Hello and welcome or welcome back to Meditations for the Racial Justice Journey. Thank you for being with me today. Today I've decided to call Be Gentle. I want to explore today what it feels like and what it looks like to be a little bit more gentle with ourselves. And by the way, I'm Janet Thompson Jackson. And this is our rest stop. This is our aid stop on our journey for racial justice. So today I want to explore what it feels like to be a little bit more gentle with ourselves. When we make mistakes, when we rush ahead, instead of that self-criticism, just to be a little bit more gentle and self-compassionate. You know, even with all the good we're doing, that you may be doing, which I'm sure you're doing, even with how productive we are, even with how hard we're trying and we know we're trying, there's still a lot of self-criticism, self-judgment, a lot of not enoughness going on in our heads. I could do this better. I could, instead of attending a protest, maybe I should lead a protest, always thinking, what more could we do? Or looking at ourselves, I'm too, my hair is too unruly. I'm too this, I'm too that, or I'm fill in the blank, not enough. So I just want to slow us down and revisit our thoughts. Sometimes we think that being hard on ourselves is keeping us motivated. If I'm self-critical, then I'll do more, I'll be more, I'll really motivate myself. I'll keep that edge. But science actually tells us that when we show more self-compassion and more self-gentleness, that actually makes us more motivated and more resilient. So there are some real benefits all around to just being a little bit more gentle with ourselves and practicing self-compassion. And another benefit to just being gentler and more self-compassionate is that the more compassionate we are with ourselves, the gentler we are with ourselves, the more compassion and gentleness and grace we extend to others. Again, we're here to kind of fill our cups so that we have something to give. If your cup is filled with self-compassion and forgiveness and that gentleness for yourself, that grace that you can extend to yourself, you'll have it to extend to someone else. So let's settle in and just start to relax your body. Close your eyes or lower your gaze if that's more comfortable for you. And just notice your breath. Just notice your breath going in. Notice your breath going out. And as you're noticing your breath, I invite you also to notice your thoughts. Don't judge them. You don't have to attach to them. You don't have to push them away, and you don't have to grab hold of them. Just notice them. Notice your thoughts. And notice how, and think about how you talk to yourself. Notice any self-criticism, self-judgment. How do you talk to yourself? when no one else is listening. When you step away from any pretenses or any facade that you may put up for someone else's benefit, what's left? What is really there underneath that facade? How do you treat or mistreat yourself? How do you talk to yourself or talk down to yourself? How do you value yourself or devalue yourself? Just as you breathe, as you continue to relax your face, your eyes, your jaw, your shoulders, allow yourself just to notice your thoughts. Notice your thoughts. And notice when you bring your awareness to thoughts about yourself, what's there? Just notice. Just notice. In this meditation, we're going to have a few moments of stillness, of quiet. Because instead of, we think sometimes of meditation of pushing our thoughts away. I actually want the thoughts to come. I invite those thoughts to come, but without judging the thoughts, without attaching to the thought, just allowing it to be present so that you're aware. How do you think of yourself? And as you are inviting those thoughts without judgment, take a moment just to help yourself feel even more grounded, taking a nice deep breath in through your nose and letting the breath out through your mouth. Letting some judgment out with the breath. Just being very honest about those thoughts that pop up, those self-critiques that pop up. Maybe thoughts that, or ways that we're talking to ourselves that we wouldn't talk to people we love. But we allow that loop to go through our own minds. And now that you have thought about that, thought about how you think of yourself, talk to yourself, value yourself, I want you to ask yourself, what would it look like for me to be gentle and compassionate with myself today? Let's just start with today. What would that look like for you to be compassionate with yourself today, to be gentle with yourself today? What would that feel like? Could that look like not criticizing your body today? Could that look like taking a nap today? Could being gentle with yourself look like saying no to something or someone today instead of saying our usual, yes, I'll do that? Could being gentle with yourself mean letting yourself cry? Or maybe giving yourself the gift of a few hours of silence today, of non-activity today. Could being gentle with yourself mean putting an away message on your email for a few days? What would being gentle to yourself, being compassionate with yourself, being generous with yourself, what would that look like today? Treating yourself really well. What would talking to yourself in a really empowering way sound like today? In a gentle way. As you think about that, just continue to notice your breath. Know that you're breathing in. Know that you're breathing out. Notice your body. Let go of any tension that you may have grabbed onto. We sometimes even think, oh, I'm not even doing meditation right. You know, that criticism. Well, what if there was no wrong or right? What if just showing up was enough? Even if you fall asleep, even if you attach to the thoughts, even if you're multitasking while you're meditating, what if that's okay? What if you allowed yourself to feel and to know that that's okay? Just showing up is enough. I can let go of that criticism. I can let go of that self-critique. I can stop polishing. I can stop polishing just for a moment. I can stop buffing myself and polishing and trying to be perfect. I can just let that go for a moment and just be enough, just as I am. I am enough. I am enough. In my imperfection, I am enough. Oh, and now taking a nice cleansing breath in and letting it go. Letting it go. Letting all the self-critique go. Letting the self-judgment go. Letting any devaluing of self go with the breath. Knowing that today you are choosing to be enough. You are choosing gentleness for yourself. You are choosing compassion for yourself. You are choosing grace for yourself. And now, starting to move your ankles and your wrists, bringing your attention back to this space, slowly, as you're ready, opening your eyes. If this resonated for you in any way today, I'm going to kind of be following up on this tomorrow, a bit of a continuation of this theme tomorrow, a little bit of a different twist. I don't always get 2 days in a row what I'm going to do. I don't always know, but this kind of came as a twofer. So we're going to extend this tomorrow. So I thank you for being here with me today. I hope to see you tomorrow. Have a wonderful day. Be gentle with yourself today. Be compassionate with yourself. Until tomorrow, or until we see each other again, be well.